And welcome. It's game time, you guys. Game time. Aloha and welcome to the 32nd episode of the Have Aloha Will Travel podcast. I am your co-host, Kevin Allen, as always, with...
Catherine Toth Fox. We're with HAWAIʻI Magazine, and we have a special guest. Actually, wait. This is the 32nd episode, and how many have we done this during COVID?
Maybe four?
Four?
Four-ish, I would say.
Wow, that's pretty. It's like a month, couple months.
Yeah, it's been a while. We've acclimated, I think, to our new environment. Honestly, we've learned a lot, I think. But we have someone special with us who is also now with HAWAIʻI Magazine.
Yes, we have Kyla Smith, who is our intern, our editorial intern. She came to us via the Society of Professional Journalists HAWAIʻI Chapter, which I was a member of. And Kevin was an intern, an SPJ intern too. So welcome, Kyla.
Hi, it's nice to be on the podcast.
Yay! Okay, so Kyla just started, was it last week, Wednesday?
Yes, last week, Wednesday.
A couple of weeks ago by the time this broadcast, right?
Yeah, she's new.
And she's coming to us from her bedroom, living room. Where are you?
I'm in my living room on one of the blank walls.
Nice.
I'm in my kitchen, so don't worry about it.
I have a Zoom background. Kevin, you really should start using Zoom background.
I literally tell you every single time I cannot because my Mac cannot handle it.
Maybe you should put up a fake background, like a real one, behind you.
Now this is becoming... My apartment's too small. I cannot handle that. There's literally... You know what? Actually, my walls are green over there. Maybe I'll just green screen my own background in.
Yeah, see? Anyway, so tell us a little bit we know about you, but tell our listeners, viewers about you, where you grew up, where you went to school, what you're doing.
Cool, yeah, so my name is Kyla again. I just graduated from college in December 2019, and I grew up here in Honolulu, specifically in Kaimukī. I've always been interested in journalism, but my internship right now with HAWAIʻI Magazine is one of the first internships I've had since it's the first internship I've had since graduating, and it's my second journalism internship.
Oh, nice.
My first one was last spring.
Oh.
And you majored in Asian studies, right?
Yeah, I did a double major in Asian studies and Asian American studies.
So what was your intent when you went to college? Where did you go to school, and what was your intent before you graduated?
I went to school at Scripps College in Clairmont, California, which is just on the edge of LA County and San Bernardino County in Southern California. I know when I went into college, I wasn't super sure what I wanted to do. For a while, I was kind of bouncing between if I wanted to do something more science-oriented or something more English or humanities-oriented. But eventually, I got acquainted with a lot of people in the Asian Studies department and Asian American Studies departments, and they were both really welcoming, so I decided to major in those two things.
You went from science to English to Asian Studies. That's
kind
so
of
crazy.
Well, that's what college is for.
Okay. Yeah. So what were you thinking about doing with Asian Studies?
I wasn't super sure, but I knew that I was interested in Chinese, Mandarin, and Japanese, the languages and literature. So the Asian Studies department allowed me to study those things and really hone my skills in those, and also allowed me to study abroad in my junior year. So
can you speak multiple languages?
So I chose those.
Where did you go for your study abroad?
So in summer 2018, I studied abroad in Xi'an, China, with a government program. That was a 2-month all expenses paid. So that was kind of separate from college, but still tangentially related. And then in fall 2018, I went to Osaka, Japan, and studied abroad for, I think it was about 4 months with a college program.
You had a good college experience.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I took a really easy class at UH. I went to the University of Hawaii here, called Asian Americans in Hawaii.
That's all of them.
It's called my life. It
Yeah.
was just my life. It was very simple. Yeah.
I took a easy major. It's called communications. I did not go to many classes. That was my college experience, man.
What are you going to do with your degree? Like, did you have a plan?
Oh yeah, writing 100%.
Oh, why didn't you major in journalism?
Because that was too hard. I saw all the journalism kids, and they looked really stressed all the time. And I knew all the football kids were doing, or all the student athletes who didn't really want to go to class were doing communication. So that's why I went to communications. And then
How you got a job in journalism?
Who knows? Oh, you know what was funny? It's a good thing you didn't go to UH, because sometimes it's not a very good school. There were so little communication classes that half of my classes were journalism classes.
Oh.
Because there weren't enough staff for the communication department. So all those classes filled up like immediately. But there were like half the population of the degree, like half the kids needed to be in those classes. So they just wrote me into journalism classes. Super weird. Yeah, crazy. What was it like going to college in LA? Last tangential question. Was it weird?
I think it was an interesting experience because I hadn't been in LA for such a long time before that. I think I'd had a couple trips to visit some relatives, but those were only maybe like a week or two long at most.
And then you got off the rock.
Yeah, got off the rock.
How was that?
It was really interesting. I think a lot of people who went to Scripps, and it's part of a college consortium of 4 other undergraduate colleges. A lot of people who went to those colleges in Clairmont were from Southern California or just California in general. So there weren't, I think it was maybe 50% or a little more than 50% were people who were from California.
Oh, wow.
So that was also an interesting experience, like hearing about how they grew up in Southern California or just Northern California. And
it's a nice campus.
It is a nice campus.
For Pomona College because they had an English and a geology program, which I was double majoring in when I was here.
Wow.
And I had friends that had gone to Carvey Mudd, which is like an engineering school, right? Yeah, that's a really fancy place. It was nice.
And
I went to dance when I went to visit, and they randomly set me up with like another Asian guy to escort me to the dance, and I was a little offended.
a little bit.
I was. It was a little racist, I thought.
Yeah, it happens.
A little.
A little bit. But now all those kids are out on their summer breaks, which brings me to my segue.
Is this your segue, Kevin?
Dude, not bad, right? I'm getting better at these. Also, we got to get on topic. Our topic for today, and I think
our topic was Kyla for a little bit.
For a little bit.
I mean, give her some time, you know.
It's been like 10 minutes. We got to move on to our next topic. That we're all summer dreaming with HAWAIʻI Magazines.
Ooh, we all have our copy.
Why is mine back? Oh, because I'm looking at my own screen. I was like, why is mine backwards?
Kevin.
I remember when I got my first tattoo, I was like, oh my god, the letters are backwards.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Because you were looking in the mirror?
Yeah, also because I was pumped full of adrenaline and I couldn't think straight. Anyways, if you want to get pumped full of adrenaline, you should pick up our HAWAIʻI Magazine Summer Dreaming special summer issue. Kat, how long is it going to be on newsstands?
It'll be on newsstands all summer.
Oh, wow.
We're doing a digital issue for, in the middle of summer, kind of when our July, August issue would normally come out. And that's going to be about, traveling to the islands since we've been on, a statewide shutdown for, a little over 2 months now.
And it got extended through June.
What?
So it got extended through June.
It did, but I mean, we're slowly opening up.
Yeah.
I mean, not necessarily for travelers because there's still the 14-day quarantine, but restaurants are slated to open. Malls have already opened. Beaches open. Trails have opened. Salons and theaters and museums are scheduled to open. So it looks like we're kind of moving toward what we used to be, although it'll never probably be the same. So our digital issue will be all about when we're ready to accept travelers and when people are ready to travel, because I'm sure people have fear about traveling too. That'll be that. But this is our summer dreamin' issue.
Yeah. For everyone out there who's summer dreaming of beautiful HAWAIʻI landscapes and sceneries, and I love our main feature in this issue. I don't know if we can give it away, but It's a good one.
Yeah, we can talk about it.
We can talk a little bit about it.
Maybe not show it, but we can talk about it.
It's a feature about our visions of summer, our perfect summer visions, and we reached out to a lot of really talented photographers, and they came back to us with some really great photography of kind of their own unique visions of summer. Because I think everyone, when you think about summer, I think everyone has a different idea of what a perfect summer day looks like to them. Kat, what's your perfect summer day?
No, I was going to ask you what yours is. What's yours, Kevin Allen?
Mine, of course, it's got to do with surfing. It's like an out-of-season swell on the North Shore. Log cabins is like 3 to 4 feet. I like log cabins because it's really close to the beach, so my girlfriend's right there too, so we can
You like it because there's a surf cam that shoots video.
There is a surf cam, but it's okay. My girlfriend got a really nice camera, so now I have a surf cam with me all the time. Anyways, perfect day, no clouds in the sky, maybe like 1 p.m., and then we go to the HAWAIʻI, get something to eat at Beatbox Cafe. That's like a perfect summer day for me.
Okay, Kyla, what's yours?
Mine is, I really like it when all my friends come back to Hawaii for the summer. We get together. Something we like doing is going to the beach. Usually Kahala or even Ala Moana Beach Park, just because it's kind of central for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
We bring food, we set it out on the beach and just hang out for the afternoon. It's really nice. Just simple, but it's really comforting.
That does sound nice.
So mine is a combination of both of yours. So I think about getting in the water because the days are longer, so you can actually paddle out at 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
So getting in a surf in the morning. What?
That's not what I was thinking about. I was like, yeah, you can go to surfing at 6 p.m., but of course not.
1 p.m. I was like, 1 p.m. No. So paddling out, and it's the water's warm, and everyone I know who I surf with is there, and then getting out of the water, and then going on a hike later, and then at the very end having some kind of barbecue with your friends at the house or in a garage, because that's how we do in Hawaii.
That's how we do.
And just chilling,
Yeah,
that's
totally.
What I think of summer.
Oh.
I know.
We're gonna get back there. We're almost back.
Well,
back to normal.
Okay. Here's the irony of this whole, not irony, but here's the thing, right? We can kind of do this every day, except with the exception of Kyla's friends not being in town. But you and I can go in. So.
I might have already hung out with a few of my friends. Small group, under 10 people. So I'm technically following CDC guidelines.
Did you social distance yourself?
We were 6 feet apart, but it was 2 foot Hawaiian, I saw that joke today.
That's not funny.
It's kind of funny.
No, it's not. Did you touch each other?
Maybe a few times.
How?
Like a hug, like a pat on the back. Because we hadn't seen each other for a long time. People in Hawaii were very, we hug a lot. We're a very personable people, I feel like.
So if I saw you, I'm going to hug you then. That's
fine, I guess. You're going to hit me the first thing you do is when you see me. You like to punch my shoulder a lot. I injured my shoulder recently, my right one, so you can't punch it too hard.
Good to know.
Yeah, go for the left one. We have a few other features in the magazine that I think are really cool. Kat, did you want to go to one?
Okay, because we have Kyla here, and Kyla is into the food. I wrote a story. God, it was a long story. I guess I kind of went nuts.
You always go nuts when you write. Here's a fun fact about Catherine is that her word counts are always incredible.
It's true. But in this case, I sort of went nuts. And I'll just show it real briefly, but I did a story about brunch on Oahu.
Oh, you did go nuts with this one.
I did.
I remember this one.
Okay, look, it's comprehensive. But I would write about one brunch spot, and then I'd be, I should write about this one because it's different, and this one is new, and this one's in Waikiki, and then this one's in Kailua. I was trying to come up with a very diverse kind of range of brunch spots.
And you did. You got a lot of them. I wouldn't say most of them.
No.
Most of the big ones.
But okay. So you can't read this and go, she didn't put in Biggie Smalls. I did. Or she didn't put in Bogarts. I did. Anyway, so Kyla, you had a chance to look at it. You got any favorite brunch spots?
Did one of my favorite brunch spots is Cocoa Head Cafe.
Same with Kevin.
I love Cocoa Head Cafe. I'm just showing off some of the photography. Cocoa Head Cafe. What do you get, Kyla?
I think the last time I was there, it was a little while ago, but I think it might have been like kimchi bibimbap or something.
Oh, that one's really good.
A cast iron kind of full pan. It was like piping hot.
Yeah.
There were so many good flavors. Like,
yeah,
just
I love
remembering
their
it
bibimbap.
now.
Yeah, I love that dish because they bring it out to you and it's literally sizzling. Like it's like fresh out. I get their Coco Moco, I think is what they call it. It's like a traditional loco moco, but they have like kimchi tempura, which I've never had before on top.
Oh,
It's super.
sounds great.
It's really good. It's almost like a bibimbap, but then it's like a loco moco as well. It's fantastic. Ooh man, I might have to go get some takeout or something. Are they open right now? I actually don't know.
I'm not sure if they are.
Yeah, they're still open for takeout.
They're still open
nice.
for takeout. Do you have eggs and things on here?
Oh, you know what? I didn't include breakfast spots. So I didn't include like co-op, pancake house, and places that are just breakfast. Every place in here is like a brunch spot, or they serve lunch in addition to their regular menu. So, for example, Clairmont is more of a seafood restaurant, but they do a weekend brunch. And same with Morning Class, they're a breakfast spot, but they have a Saturday only lunch. That's what I focus on, not their breakfast option. So, yeah.
Hey Kat, is there something covering your microphone right now? You got a little quiet.
Really?
Oh, you're better now. I don't know why. Talk again? Keep talking. Hey, we're just gonna fix this live right now. Keep talking.
Alright. I don't know what I did that
Okay,
was
you're
different.
perfect. I don't know why.
Strange. Anyway, I was saying that I didn't include breakfast spots. Breakfast only spots. I included restaurants that serve brunch in
Okay.
addition to their regular menu.
Yeah, you got a lot of the bigger ones for sure. I haven't gone to Bogart's Cafe yet.
Really?
Yeah, but I hear
I
good
also
things.
haven't.
They're kind of right by Diamond Head. I know where they are. They're right by KCC, right? Kapiolani Community College. I've always wanted to go, but I've actually never gone.
Wow, you should go. They just started dinner. Well, pre-COVID, they had just launched a dinner service. So good.
Oh, really?
So good. Yes. Anyway,
Shucks.
that's brunch.
That's brunch.
We, just to give an idea of what kinds of stories are in this issue, just to sort of entice you, Kevin went to visit a petting zoo on Maui, which had like mini animals.
I did. I loved this story. I called it the land of the minis. It wasn't my best headline. Like I feel like I
didn't like it.
I feel like I could have come up with something better, but honestly, sometimes the magic just isn't there.
Our copy editor liked it. He thought it was fun.
Oh, Elroy?
And so, yeah, he was like, "Oh, I'd leave it. It's cute."
I love it when Elroy appreciates something I write.
Yeah.
This was a really cool petting farm. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's a petting farm that's filled to the brim with tiny animals. So they have miniature horses, miniature cows. I didn't even know those were a thing. They have miniature pigs. And at the time when I came, it was really cute because they had a ton of piglets. And the owner, or not the owner, I'm sorry, the farm manager, niece, she manages the farm with her husband. And the farm is owned by two mainland people who didn't really want their identity to be known. They just wanted this really nice farm that can be as like a service towards the community, especially for like kids and stuff. A lot of kids come here. Anyways, niece was very nice. She guided me through the tour, guided me through the farm. And yeah, no, I just had a really great time. The only thing that wasn't tiny there was Tonka, the tortoise. He was huge. They had a giant tortoise. That's like the end of the tour, like throw you for a loop. Here's this giant 32-year-old tortoise that apparently like had escaped their farm multiple times, which is strange that a tortoise would be so nimble, but apparently he got like miles away from the farm a few times. Yeah, I had a great time on this tour. It's a great place for kids,
It's
too.
fun.
It's really geared towards kids and people like adults like me who are just childish. Because like Niece also she has two kids herself, and she does this thing where she'll like There's actually other giant animals. There's giant rabbits, which is fantastic. And she'll hide eggs around the area and then let the kids kind of go in one at a time to go and find the eggs.
That's cute.
Yeah, it's really cute. So yeah, I highly recommend if you're on Maui to go check them out.
Cool.
Yeah. You know, Kyla, it's so funny. My girlfriend's name is Kyla. Just full disclosure. And Kyla had just graduated. And Kyla, our new intern, had just graduated. How does it feel to be a grad?
It feels kind of strange to be graduating right now. Or I guess I graduated in December.
Yeah.
So I've had a little bit of like a cool down period, and I didn't have to deal with online Zoom classes like a lot of my classmates. But like going into the job market right now, like luckily I got this internship and everyone here has been really great.
Yeah.
But a lot of my classmates haven't had the same luck, so it's a really frustrating time for a lot of graduates. Kind of confusing, just uncertain.
Well, this was an awkward segue into our next story that we wanted to talk about. Did we start doing these 2 issues ago? Yeah, 3 issues are Like a Local back of book.
This is our third Like a Local.
Yeah, I really like these Like a Local features though.
Mm-hmm.
They're like pretty short, just kind of like, hey, here's some local traditions that we do, local things in Hawaii that maybe need explaining because they might be kind of weird to people, you know? And this issue, we talked about getting a ton of leis thrown on you at your graduation, which is like a super Hawaii thing. Did that happen for you, Kyla? Could you not see?
For me in high school, but not this past December.
Did
anybody bring lei up to your graduation or mail? I mean, because when I graduated, let me think. When I graduated, from Northwestern, so I was in Chicago, my parents flew up. I could be making this up. No, it's true. I feel like either I ordered or my parents ordered lei for my classmates. It was a small cohort, this graduate school. But I've seen in other places where there's a large like Hawaii contingency that there is a lot of lei that gets kind of passed around. So did anybody bring up lei for graduation?
So when I graduated, they didn't have a ceremony for me, but in prior years, a lot of people, even people who aren't from Hawaii, I think they would buy a lot of lei because California also has a lot of people who've lived in Hawaii or have connections to Hawaii.
Oh.
So there were a lot of leis at like the graduations that I went to.
That's cool.
So,
I didn't know
it's
that.
still definitely, yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I graduated here, and I couldn't see. That's kind of the tradition, right? Just like keep stacking them up until the graduate can literally not see over the stack of lei.
I feel like that's only here though. Like you couldn't get that many lei to the mainland.
Yeah, that's probably pretty expensive on the mainland.
Yeah, but here it's a thing, and it's not just flower lei, right? It's like money lei is really big. The ribbon leis or the silk leis are really.
I was gonna ask, do you guys have a favorite lei?
No.
No?
It's difficult.
Thanks.
There's so many
Wow.
good leis.
Great answer, Kat. Real good improv. Yes and no.
My favorite lei is like $100 bills.
Yeah, I was about to say the money lei is my favorite lei.
I'm thinking of a flower lei. That's my favorite. I mean, I like pakalana, which is like a small green flower. It's really pretty and smells good, and it's super fragile. But like, I feel like graduation, you just get a lot of like, I don't know, money leis and soap leis and fun leis. Like candy leis are fun.
Candy leis are great because you can throw them in your fridge and then eat all the candies later. You know? Kyla knows. She's not along.
Okay.
Frozen candy is the best. I like the pikake lei. Is that how you pronounce it? Pikake?
Nice.
Yeah, pikake smells really good.
Or the ginger leis are nice.
Yeah.
Ginger leis are good.
Yeah, but they're so fragile and they die, and then we have the same problem, Kevin. We talked about this before. Like, what do you do with your lei after?
I don't know.
Kevin stores it in his refrigerator.
Yeah. I have a drawer for him.
Ketchup and peanut butter. And then, Kyla, what do you do with your lei? Do you, like, throw it away because you're not supposed to?
I store them, or sometimes I share them with my grandparents who live really close to me. So we take them over to like share. Like they're really beautiful and they smell really nice. So just to kind of freshen up their house.
And what do they do? It's just passing around the burden of this. I hate to say that.
You're just passing this burden to one another.
I mean, it's true. So you're supposed to like deconstruct it and like give it back to nature, I guess is one option. Well,
What?
You don't want to like well, okay, so I used to take my lei to the grave, but then it just sits there and it dies and then it deteriorates, but the thread doesn't, right? And so now you're just littering.
Would you
So
put it in your
dies.
compost bin?
I mean, you could.
Right?
You could take it back to where, like on a hike or something, or scatter it. But you just don't want the ribbon and the thread.
Yeah.
Because that's littering.
That's trash.
Correct.
Oh, this is a lot to think about.
Very stressful.
You know what didn't sound stressful at all? Gosh, I am so... I'm killing it.
Segues are terrible.
My segues are so good. Kat, I know we didn't discuss you talking about this earlier, but I really enjoyed your Molokai story.
Oh, why?
I don't know. It was just very nice. It sounded very peaceful.
It was.
Do you want to talk about it a little bit?
Yeah, sure. I just wanted to do like a quick getaway with my family and a couple of family friends. And I thought about going to Molokai because I love that island, and we've gone before, and we go fishing and hiking, and it's really all you can do on Molokai. And I've gone to Molokai all my life. It's not like this is my first time. I've been there multiple times. But I was really stressed about taking my son. Yeah. Like really stressed, like figuring out where we're gonna stay and how long the drive was gonna be, and if I had to bring my car seat. And I mean, it was very stressful leading up to the trip. But actually, when I got there, it was totally fine, and I think I stressed out for good reason, and I prepared well. Yeah. Which helped. But when I got there, we just sort of chilled. I mean, that's what you do on Molokai, right? I mean, you just kind of... Yeah, I mean, I like the story because, like, I really want to try, like, do, like, a proper Molokai trip, but, like, I just have no idea, like, what do you do? Like, you just chill, right? Like, there's no, big town, there's no bars, no. There's beautiful hikes and beautiful beaches, and, I mean, I guess that's all you really need. I think there's things that people, like local people especially who are familiar with Molokai, there's things that you have to do or it should be on your list, which is Kaimukī Bakery, going, late at night and knocking on the door and getting, freshly baked loaves of bread that are like stuffed with cream cheese, butter, and awesome stuff. I really want to get one of those. Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of like, that's one thing. And then for me, it's always hiking and fishing, surfing, but you have to sort of know people. I stayed in Kalaupapa, which is the Hansen's disease colony. Mm-hmm. On the other side, you have to fly into it. But you can also, you could hike down into it or take donkey tours, but they don't operate anymore. So there's things to do, but really, I mean, if you're going to go to Molokai, there's no, you're not going to be going to museums and art galleries. I mean, there are some shops, but it's not about that. It's not about that life. No, it's just kind of relaxing and enjoying the peace and quiet. Kyla, have you gone to Molokai?
I haven't gone to Molokai. I have a couple family friends who live there or used to live there, but I've never been there myself.
Have you traveled much to the other islands other than Oahu?
I've been to Kauai and Maui and then Hawaii Island, but that's it. And I think those were when I was a little younger. So it'd be nice to go back sometime. Absolutely. Yeah, that's more than I had traveled than when I started this job. Although, you know what was kind of funny? When I was my first interview for the internship position that you are in now, Christine Hitt was interviewing me, and I was on this weird 2-day surf bender in Kauai, and I had to take the interview in the only spot where I could find service, which was this really rundown cafe, and it was I was super unprepared for the interview because I didn't even know that she it was really awkward. I'm honestly surprised I'm here right now. I am. And the more I know about you, it's the scarier it is that you're here. Yeah, but I'm like a cockroach. I won't die. This podcast will die right now, and by die I mean end, not actually die. We're reaching the end of our time. Oh, do you want me to end this and leave? No. I mean, I'm very abrupt. Why do you always leave? I always just stop recording, but you always leave the Zoom call. Here's a little. Just, you can stick around. I mean, I just end the recording. We gotta do our shout-outs. Kyla,
please. No, I'm just kidding. We have a Instagram, a Facebook, a Twitter, and a Pinterest. That's all HAWAIʻI Magazine, correct, Kat? You can at HAWAIʻI Magazine if you want to find us on pretty much any social media platform. You can always keep up to date with our latest stories at HAWAIʻIMagazine.com, where Kyla has actually even published a few of her own stories. And we're all very proud. We're very proud of you, Kyla. You're doing great.
Oh, thanks.
Geez, Kat, what else? We have a Shopify. You can also find this podcast. If you're watching this podcast or listening to this podcast not on YouTube, hey, guess what? You can find this podcast on YouTube now because we are putting it up there on our Have Aloha Will Travel YouTube channel.
Where you can find our new series, Hawaii in the Kitchen.
Yep, where we have
great.
Yeah,
we have
local
all these
chefs
that are preparing local style recipes at home, at their homes. That's been fun.
It's been super fun. Am I missing anything? This segment's getting too long. I need a script.
Just end it.
Am I missing anything though? I don't want to end it. Maybe I want to spend a little more time with our audience.
HawaiiMagazine.com.
HawaiiMagazine.com. Thank you all for listening, and thank you, Kyla, for coming on the cast and talking to us and chatting with us, and we're so excited to have you. And boy, I think that's the end of the podcast.
End it.
Mahalo. Bye-bye.